So, exactly how much can you make in IT? Well, it really depends. And that's a hard question to answer, even though I get asked that constantly. Hey, Brian, how much can I make if I did this or that? Well, it depends on where you live and what you do. For example, an IT manager where I live, I'm in rural Michigan, is between 50 and 120K, probably a bit more, but that's really about the average. Now, everybody's going to go, I'll take the 120K job. Not so fast. That 120K job is really reserved for people who have years and years of experience, multiple projects, multiple jobs under their belt, and they know what they're doing. Don't expect to walk in the door at 120K a year. However, an IT manager in, say, downtown Chicago, well, you can make a lot more, between 50 and 500K, even more, possibly millions. But again, the higher end numbers are reserved for the people who really have the experience and the training. So, how do you really get from that low number to that high number? That's a very difficult question to answer. But in my experience, it's always faster and easier to make money when you switch jobs. Now, I'm not saying go switch a job every 6 months. At a maximum, you should look at switching a job about every 2 years. I say at a maximum. I personally like to stay with jobs as long as I feel comfortable. Now, once the internal politics change, or once internal management or leadership or budget constraints change, if they start giving you pay cuts and it's not due to your performance, it's time to look for a new job. Really, switching a job is when you can negotiate a higher salary. Why would your manager give you more money for doing the thing that you're already doing? It makes no sense. But if you go to another company and say, hey, you have a legitimate business need, I can fix that need. I want X amount of dollars. Usually, if you do it just right, you can make it happen, and you can make it happen very quickly. We're going to go over some case studies and some examples and the actual framework on how to do that. But I just wanted to throw that out there that a lot of people come into IT thinking they're going to be making six figures right out of the gate, and they get highly discouraged when their first job is anything but six figures. You have to understand the markets are really, really flooded. And when I say that, I mean when you apply for a job, there's probably 100, 200, 1,000, 2,000 people or more who've applied for that job, and they all have similar skill sets. So you really have to learn to stand yourself apart from the crowd. That's what really gets you the money. A really good example, I was a server administrator. I walked in for a job interview. They gave me an offer that honestly was on the low end of the chart, even though I had many, many years of experience. And they said, so what do you think? And I said, well, that really doesn't fit my skill set. And no offense, I may consider looking at a different offer that I currently have on the table. And they said, oh, what offer? What are you talking about? And I said, well, this other offer is a hybrid between a server admin and a programmer. They want me to automate their banking system. And they said, wait a minute, you know how to automate things? We've been wanting to do that for years. We've been wanting to hire somebody to do that. And I just smiled, leaned across the table, and said, I can do both. Guess what? That offer almost quadrupled instantly. And all I did was sit there and talk to him about my skill set. Now, this isn't a testament to how great I am. It's a testament to how powerful learning how to negotiate really is. You're going to cut your best deal going forward. So if you get a job for, say, $50,000 and then turn around and find a coworker is making 55, guess what? You should have negotiated a little bit better.